Today I'm going to show you in just 5 minutes how you can make a fortune in the stock market. Contrary to what you might believe, you don't actually need 1,000 indicators, you don't need 1,000 screens behind you, and you don't need 1,000 courses to go on, because I've gone on them, I've spent the money for you, I've hung out with the gurus, I've seen how they do it. And so today I'm going to show you very simply in 5 minutes how to make a fortune in the stock market. It's very simple. Trading can be simple. Follow me, let's get into it, and watch to the end, because I'm going to tell you about a brand new stock I found that is about to explode. Another beautiful small cap stock that's going to be a great trade. So let's get into it. Follow me. Guys, so how do we make a fortune in the stock market? Well, let me show you very simply and very clearly how we do that. So I'm in a bit of software here called Trade Vision, link in the description below. Check it out for a free trial if you're interested. I've been using this for about a year now, and I really like it. It's designed by a friend of mine. And what we have here is, in this little breakout section, we've got some tabs here that says hot, Nvidia, Apple, etc., and breakouts. And this is just, a little indicator here saying bullish or bearish. And I don't really bother with these, but that's just kind of, things go bullish, things turn bearish, and it's a bit of an indicator where you might want to enter a trade. But for now, in this short video, I'll just show you about the breakouts. And what I really like is, I like stocks that something has changed in the story of the stock. So it's had this big, it probably IPO'd way back in 2024, and it's just been absolutely tanking right up until around here. So February the 4th of this year. And it suddenly started to pick up. And what I've noticed, I've been trading for about 20 years, what I've noticed is very rarely do these momentum swings come to nothing. Very rarely do they just kind of peter out. When a stock is bottomed out and starts to climb, usually that first little breakout and pullback is not the last. And what it means is that these small caps around the $10 marks is what I like to trade. These tend to go higher and higher and higher. And so if we look into AIBD a little closer, what we can see is we've got the volume chart at the bottom here. I've got my watch list on the right hand side here. And if we just zoom out, we can see where AIBD has been. And it was trading initially way up at $25. It was up at 27 at one point. And it's had this huge swing downwards and is suddenly coming alive. We can see a little bit of volume appearing here, usually trading around 46,000 shares, and it's now up to 160,000. And it's what I refer to as a sleeping giant. It's started to come alive, and somebody somewhere knows something. It pays out a little dividend, which is not really important to us, and it's starting to trend upwards. The 200-day moving average has crossed over the 20, which signals a sort of nice momentum shift, and is starting to explode. And trading the stock market is all about just finding one pattern, executing on that pattern again and again and again. It's that simple. And you don't need, as I said in the intro, you don't need 40 screens. You need one screen. You don't need 100 different options. You need one pattern, and that's how you do it. It's simple. You don't need a guru. You don't need a discourse membership. It's just that simple. Look for momentum shifts, and you enter on the dips, and you can make easy money very quickly. That, my friends, in a nutshell, is how this is done. So let me show you another one. I said I would show you a couple. And so here we have, this is the only pattern I trade. It's big momentum shifts. So if we zoom out of PXS here, this is PYXS. Pikes is tankers, so kind of fuel and logistics. So you will see this appearing in Trade Vision all the time. This kind of play, I mean, it shows you all kinds of breakouts, but there's always this kind of momentum shifting stock appearing perhaps once every few days, and that is where you can make big money. You can wait and try and trade Nvidia and buy and hold Nvidia or buy and hold Tesla for 5 years and see where it gets you. Probably not very far. Or you can make lots of money by trading small caps, and this one has just come alive and I'm really liking it. You can buy the dip in here, and it can just kind of start to blow up really quickly. So as you can see, when the 200 crossed the 50, what's happened since then? It's gone up 50% in just a few weeks. So that's where the money is made, guys. And if we go to VSS, this is a very similar story here on VSS. This big long consolidation pattern, which we like to see, but it's just doing nothing. Check out the volume. Something is happening with this stock. We don't know what it is. It was trading away up at, you know, nosebleed heights on the IPO. If we zoom right out, it was capable of greatness. It was up at $83. And if we look at the volume here, starting to pick up really strong. And if we pull the chart back to its normal position, this is looking really interesting as well. So these moving averages are about to pop super high, and VFS is really one to keep an eye on. This is blowing up right now, and it could go even higher. I'd be looking at this one to buy the dip on it. It will have a pullback at some point. No stocks go up forever. But that, my friends, in a nutshell, is how you can make a fortune in the stock market. You never put more than 2 or 3 of your entire portfolio into any one trade, and you have maybe a 10 or 20% stop loss on your trades. So you're only really gambling with 0.1% of your entire folio at any one time, which keeps you surviving and thriving in the stock market. So that is it in a nutshell, guys. Very briefly, that's how I trade. That's how I make a lot of money in the stock market, and you can make a lot of money in just a few days. Cool. So I hope you found that informative and useful, and it shows you how simple it is to kind of trade the stock market. It's really easy. If you want to find out more, then check out this video. I think it could be that video. Check out that video over there for a little bit more of a deep dive into how I trade the stock market and make lots of money. Join me. See you there. Bye.